What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Late night on campus. I'm the big man on campus. We're back. It is, what is it, Donnie? Wednesday? I lose track of what day it is half the time anymore.
Yeah, I know it's Wednesday because the fact is, big man, we actually got a day off tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, right. Good point. No shows. Good point. But yes, we are back. It's a late night on campus. For anyone that doesn't know what we do here, we recap the day in sports. We basically sit like we're at a bar, drinking a couple beers, talking about sports, talking about women, sneakers, music, whatever you want. We talk about anything, religion, we don't care. We answer questions, we talk about gambling. It's just kind of a sit back, relax, get a drink, chill with us, open the night up. Donnie, what's up, man?
Hey, man, just chilling, just watching a couple of these games. You know, I have my public fade of the day. Again, we went back to the well today with the Yankees under 7.5. Not as many tickets on the over tonight, Jeff, that I would have liked, but it's still hanging in there 4-1, one out, top of the 8th inning. So we'll see if we can guide that one again in under 7.5. But beyond that, just watching MLB, just taking a look out there. I know we talked a few things. I mean, you were right on, same as me. Look at the Boston game tonight, Jeff. I know you liked, Pittsburgh in that game as a dog. It's 0-0 in the 10th. We both like the under first 5. We both like the under even in the game itself, 0-0.
Yeah, you know what? I've watched a lot of this game, and you talk about a pitcher's duel. I mean, you can't get much better. Neither team has really had many opportunities to score in this game, and yeah, I think we all agreed on the show that we all kind of like the under, whether it be the game or a first 5 or whatever. But really nice performances tonight from not only Chris Tail but the young guy Tyone. Welcome to everyone out there. Hello, welcome in. Appreciate you all tuning in. What I can ask: retweet the show. If you're out there, go to SBR. Not only retweet the show, but retweet most of the shows at SBR. Subscribe, get notifications when we're on the air, and give us some support. Tell your friends, tell people that you think would like the show. We're just regular guys talking sports with a concentration in gambling. Donnie, you look at some of the current scores. Washington in control against the Marlins. Nice 5th inning from the Nationals. They were down in that game. A big hit from Matt Wieters, who came in and delivered. They got a run there. Then they got 4 runs in the 4th. So a really nice night again for the Washington Nationals behind Tanner Roark. You mentioned Tampa Bay. They're up 4-1, top of 8 in Tropicana Field. The Mets, who I want to talk about here. Explain to me why you took Jacob deGrom out. I mean –
I was just following along on that game, joking around how I expected to see Bartolo Colon with a gem tonight. Little did I know he would throw it, but I mean, I guess it's just early season, big man. Don't want to burn it out. Don't want to press it, game 2. That's the only thing you could think of, really, right?
But I mean, he was at 95 pitches, which is high, but it's, I mean, you could have won another inning. I mean, and they take him out. Andrew Robes comes in, almost gives the lead up. But, look, Mets can't score. They can't hit early on here. I mean, they only have 3 hits. We'll see what happens. That one's in the top of the 10th in the Queens. We mentioned that Pittsburgh-Boston game, delayed in Cincinnati. They started a little bit late in that one. Reds lead that one 2-0 in the top of the 8th. Phillies having trouble scoring runs. Also, Texas. I mentioned earlier, I like the Texas Rangers. They went down in that game. Cleveland came back, took the lead. None other after to have the Rangers in the bottom of the 5th score some runs. Lindor gets a little close in the 6th. So another wild game down in Globe Life Park. Facing Cleveland and Globe Life is tough. Plus, Hamill's best days are behind him. Yeah, we were talking significantly about that earlier on the roundtable. Yeah, always an interesting game down there. I was dead wrong with this Rockies team tonight. They can't hit Willie Peralta for sure.
Fast Willie Peralta getting over on him tonight, huh? And especially the way they opened up the season, just bomb fest. You got to figure they would be right back on track again. And boy, just getting a collar tonight.
Yeah, Chatwood gives up a homer to Thames and then a 2-run shot, which, by the way, I want to say Travis Shaw is a nice pickup for Milwaukee. Gives them some power at third base. He was a nice player for the Red Sox last year. I really liked the addition of him on this team. But yeah, Chatwood, I mean, hasn't been terrible in this game. He's given up 3 runs. This Rockies team just can't hit, Donnie.
By the way, big man, looking at one of the opening lines today, which I didn't pay too much attention to this game, was Washington with Roark on the mound versus Straley. Did that really open up at 10.5? Can anybody confirm that, or you, Jeff, or anybody on the chat box? Sometimes they have an error with the opens. That seems kind of high for a National League regular ball game, doesn't it?
In the total?
Yeah, the total, 10.5.
Yeah, that game didn't open at 10.5. 8. 10.5, Don.
Yeah, that's what I have as a Chris opening, 10.5 minus 115.
Yeah, that was definitely a mistake, for sure. Definitely a mistake. No way, other than Coors, will you ever see a 10.5, unless you see a Cubs game with the wind blowing out. But no, that must have been a mistake. I love the show. Last night I was playing poker, and I listened when Jeff said Rick Barry. I didn't have a moment to correct him. Okay, Barry's
who's number one? Who would be number one then?
No idea. Listen, I mean, the commercial says that Rick Barry on TV is the best foul shooter ever. That's what the commercial says, with him shooting underhand foul shots. So
that's fake
I guess
news,
the commercial's wrong.
Fake news.
Fake news. Yeah, right. Having Red Sox Mets parlay is making for an intriguing night. Yeah, it's making for a shitty night, I would imagine.
Making for an under. Should have parlayed the unders on that with Bad Boys.
Yeah, there's a lot of unders tonight in baseball. You look around the league. I mean, Tampa Bay, New York's looking under. Obviously, Pittsburgh, Boston, Cincinnati, Philadelphia. Atlanta, New York. There's definitely some unders tonight. And you look at all the games that were postponed. I mean, most of the warm-up games today, as far as the matinee games, postponed. That's 2 out of 3 games that have been postponed for the White Sox in Detroit. Pretty interesting. How about that?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's one of those things where, again, just looking at overall tickets, if you're into that sort of thing, most lopsided ticket numbers, the top 5 plays on totals, of course they're all over. It's almost like you have to be some lunatic to play unders just because the way you have to root. It's like going down to the casino, big man. You're going to go play some craps, and you're going to play the don't come or the don't pass line as opposed to the pass line. Right. It's just you have to have that mindset because, in theory, it's a better bet, obviously, to have unders. I would probably assume that you probably would have overall more unders than overs. Otherwise, they would readjust themselves and everybody would just bet under. So,
yeah, I think early on, I mean, you definitely have, teams kind of, getting into the season, kind of just trying to find themselves and that sort of thing. So, it'll take time, but you'll see plenty of overs this year. I don't think it's not going to be another year. Early on, you're going to see it, surely. But, Donnie, tonight, though, with the late games, you got San Diego, LA, that shit show continuing. I guess the Dodgers are facing a lefty tonight, so I guess we don't have to worry too much about them scoring runs.
Yeah, interesting to see how Garrett Richards does this year, though.
Yeah, Seattle up in the 7th, 2-0 on Houston. I actually told you, Donnie, I took a small play out tonight on the Seattle Mariners. For whatever it is, there's early on, clearly, Houston struggling. I mean, you look at the 7th inning, still no runs. I mean, they only scored, I think, 3 the first night. They scored 1 or 2 last night, and none so far tonight. Just not the lineup so far that we thought. I mean, I think a lot of us thought, this would be a 5-6 run. And look, it's very early. I'm just talking about what we've seen so far. And I said I'm not a big Seattle guy either. But one guy I liked that they picked up was Gene Segura. Gene Segura has always been a very solid professional. Even had some, family, very sad. His son died, 2-year-old son. He kind of got through all that terrible stuff.
Good contact hitter, good average, good speed on the bases. I mean, yeah.
I mean, you look at him career. I mean, a 279 hitter. Good stolen base guy, just an efficient major league player, good shortstop as well. And, funny, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, Donnie, on the MLB website, but they do when you have a Latin player or a Spanish or a Japanese player or something, they do a pronunciation, right? Under Gene's name, it says his whole name is Jean Carlos Enrique Segura.
Jesus.
Just
like if you had the TV off, what was it with Nick Stauskas became Sauce Castillo? If you're just mixing it around.
But pronunciation for Gene Segura, like blue jeans. I mean, really? I mean, that's the pronunciation.
That's what you get out of it, right?
But yeah, they're up 2-0, and then obviously we have some late games starting. But
yeah, big man, late games. How about San Diego? Break up the Padres. I had them over under on the season total after game 1, 9.5. So maybe they'll win some games this year. Who knows?
You wait, say the bet you had again. Sorry,
I was just joking, saying after the first game that San Diego played, you would change their over under in Vegas for team total to like 9.5 wins. But I'll be damned if they didn't come back strong last night. How about the Dodgers? Just can't drive anybody in. Correct me if I'm wrong, big man. Shutout last night for the Dodgers.
They were, and they had they had opportunities. I mean, they had a ton of walks. They had a lot of hits. They just could not score runs. And you know, they had issues last year hitting left-handed pitching. I mean, it's not something that it's surprising. You look tonight, Rich Hill going, who had a great season last year, other than that injury.
Yeah.
You know, he had kind of a renaissance season last year. Is that going to continue? I know the Dodgers hope it will. If he can pitch well, look out, because you know, we know Maeda's a good pitcher. We know obviously Clayton Kershaw, and you know, forget Hungjin Ryu. He hasn't pitched in some time. Tonight, Tim Cahill for the Padres. Trevor Cahill, I'm sorry. Seems like, is it me or that Padres have every reliever from the Cubs last year?
Yeah, no, it's just a sloppy team, and it's a shame. Again, we're watching the Phillies tonight here, same type of situation. Should be a little bit more down in the process, so to speak. Obviously, the Padres just completely tore it up, almost doing what Houston did a couple of years ago. But you know, it's to have a major league ball club legitimately. And baseball, again, you can just go and spend whatever money you want without repercussion, you know, to a certain point of, I don't know if the luxury tax like $200 million, but the fact that they do that, the Marlins used to routinely do it, the Phillies did it, Houston did it. It's just a shame to the home market where people actually like baseball, but I guess that's just a way of life in the major leagues.
Yeah, someone's talking here. Where is it at here? Kevin White says under and Dodgers lock it up. Look, I mean, it's never a bad thing betting unders in Padre games. You know, you just got to hope that, you know, hopefully that the Dodgers don't go nuts. We have a game over situation here coming up. What would be a walk-off situation? I missed out on that. Boston Red Sox 1 out, runner on first. Still early. Might do it though. Yeah. We'll have it for you if they do. The betting market seems to have no respect for Dylan Bundy, but he pitches well at home, and Baltimore's lineup is built. Yeah, look, I like Baltimore. I do. I said it today. I like them a lot lineup-wise. You know, obviously with Manny Machado and Chris Davis. Their bullpen is probably the best in baseball.
It's really good. You're right about that. Yeah,
you know, but the issue that you have is, like many teams, are you going to get the performances from Chris Tillman? Or are you going to get Dylan Bundy to continue? Dylan Bundy was a rookie last year. So, you know, you got to hope that they come back and kind of pitch well in those parks. But, you know, it's all about pitching. We know that their lineup's going to be there. Plus, they're in a tough division, you know, with the Yankees and with Toronto and Boston. So, yeah.
Last year, big man, I bet Baltimore quite a few times last year. And you know what the funny thing about that is? You know, we have players that kill you and then also kill you when you bet on them. Chris Davis, to me, is one of the guys that's just so polarizing. If there's anybody in Major League Baseball that if there's second and third and nobody out or one out, he's the last guy in the league behind like Ryan Howard last year that I would actually want at the plate for me. I remember one game that I had bet on the Baltimore Orioles. Chris Davis, yeah, where I bet on the Baltimore Orioles. Yeah. It was a bases loaded situation, and I don't even know if anybody was out yet. Well, Chris Davis, you know, being the type of player he is, he gets hit in the foot clearly by a pitch and doesn't want to take first base and plays it off as if he didn't get hit because he wants to take his cuts at the plate. So they reviewed it and ended up sending him in the first place. But just one of those guys that just gets in my crawl that if you just need contact, my goodness, he can drive you crazy.
Yeah, he's pretty much all or nothing. You know, he hits home runs and that's about it. You know, he's a lot like Sean Casey years ago. I mean, he's a big guy. He's really kind of all or nothing. But yeah, you have those guys in the majors. Chris Carter is a guy like that. I mean, strikes out a ton. Mark Reynolds for Colorado strikes out a ton, hits the occasional double, and you know, his job is to kind of just hit home runs. But yeah, you know, interesting night again in baseball, and this is kind of what it is. It's been fairly subdued, though. I know that we haven't had a lot of early on, not a particular large amount of kind of crazy walk-off wins. But runner at third for Boston, 2 outs. We again have a walk-off situation here at Fenway. And look, someone's going to win sooner or later. Pittsburgh, we talked about, have issues in the bullpen. You look at the Mets here, bottom of the 10th. They're also in a walk-off situation. Travis d'Arnaud strikes out, 2 outs. You got, no surprise, men on base, and Ty Kelly up. So we'll see. If Sandoval's a little bit faster, he maybe scores there, but he's not. And, he did lose a lot of weight, though. I'll give him that. Good for him.
Look at that. Guan says in the chat box there, big man Jeff, in the picture earlier, you look like a strict Republican.
Why is that?
He's on that was a Wall Street pick, in case you guys know.
Well, that was
straight out of Boiler Room right there.
That was straight stockbroker. Yeah, Boiler Room.
Yes,
I look like what's his name? Seth in Boiler Room.
Yeah, great movie, man.
Great movie. Great reference, Donnie. That's good work by you. One of my favorites, Boiler Room. I watched it the other day. Ben Affleck's sneaky good in that movie.
Yeah, no, if you were ever in sales or in a sales position where you needed to meet some guidelines, that movie's right up your alley right there with some pressure, man. No kidding.
Anyone says money is the root of all evil doesn't fucking have any.
Yep.
We also have a
hey, did he just move in this house? No, he's been here like 6 months already. Only has a tanning bed and the TV.
And they're watching fucking Wall Street.
Yeah, exactly. Quoting it line by line.
Yeah. Another interesting situation here in Houston. Gurriel and Gaddis, 2 back-to-back hits, no outs. We have a coaching visit with Evan Gaddis up. So Houston knocking on the door a little bit. Let's see what goes on here, Donnie, in Boston. Who is up?
2 outs, 2 men on first and third. Yeah, Pedroia's up.
Pedroia, who by the way has been a known game fucker upper for me. Throughout his career, it doesn't matter when it is, what situation. If I have Boston, he never does anything. If I bet against Boston, he bucks me.
One of those guys, man. Yeah, he's one of those guys.
That's Mr. DP for you. So we'll see what Tony Watson has for him here. I got a feeling he's gonna hit a single right up the middle. That's
3-1 count now. Ref, that was a strike, man.
That looked like a strike, didn't it?
It really did.
Seattle's bullpen struggled last year. For the most part, Edwin Diaz is the guy, but he's so far back in the bullpen. Though they need to look good tonight because they're in a situation where they need a win a little bit early on here. That's a strike. I don't know what the fuck the umpire's looking at there.
Hey, Jeff, that's Pedroia at home. He's getting that call. It's LeBron style out there. And by the way, speaking of LeBron tonight,
we're going to get into that.
The game? Yeah, we're getting that a little bit because I got some good stuff for that.
I had the Celtics tonight. I went 1-1. The over I gave was a stone cold winner. I should just stick to totals. I don't know why I keep fucking.
Dude, that line, Jeff, was like again. I don't really cap NBA and look at the lines in that situation. 5.5 was that a correct line?
With who? The Cavs?
Yeah. What was the line today on the closing line?
Nah, it was 4. It never got up above. Was it 4? It might have been 4.5.
People out there with +5s and stuff on Twitter. I thought it might have been a mistake, but then again,
this stuff's just not giving anything to the Pirates. Brutal.
It might not be a bad thing though to walk in with a 3-1 count though.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you're throwing one right down the paint. He's getting the base hit.
Who's this here?
Who would come up behind him? Usually Betts.
Yeah,
I know he's out obviously, so that hurts.
You got Bogarts to the 3 spot. Who is in the 2 spot? Oh, Benintendi. The young kid. I'll tell you what, Donnie, totals in the NBA are just money. I don't know why I bet sides. All I bet is I hit totals like crazy.
Yeah, scoring's freaking left and right in there. What else we got in Major League? Yeah, go ahead.
Interesting that Denver Rockets game, 242 on a total.
Yep.
It's not even going to get close. 208 currently with 54 seconds left. I guess other than overtime, but that seems unlikely.
Sold him off. We're going extras. Still staying in it.
Give me some. Yeah. Boom.
All shotgun.
I do admit I took a little piece of Pittsburgh after all that talk on the chat earlier, the roundtable. How much do you have on this game, big man? Yeah, I said it before and I'll say it again. I bet $200 a game. That's very. I don't really ever get away from that.
What, you don't have to Photoshop $30,000 with your local bookie down the street?
No. Yeah, because they pay, right?
Yep, 30 grand.
All those guys. I'm not the guy that sits there and like takes action for someone. It's the middleman and posts all the tickets from other people that
Yes.
say they're his. That's not, yeah, I don't do that. What's your guys' weakest sport? Hockey, because I don't care about it.
Yeah, but which one that you cap would you probably say
Is the weakest?
yeah.
I don't really think all three sports I cap regularly are good to me.
I would probably say I guess not weakest isn't the right word, but the one where I think the control is a little bit less than the other sports for me is actually college basketball.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, college basketball. I actually would probably say, baseball can get tough just because in the late months, it gets very, tough as far as who's tired, who's not. It's just I don't know. There's a lot of things. There's tough things about every sport. College basketball can be tough with kind of the monotony of conference play and teams that care and teams that don't and stuff like that. And late with bowl games, who wants to be there, who doesn't. There's tough things in every sport. I'll tell you what, soccer would probably be my toughest, just because it's pretty volatile as far as. Like one day, like yesterday, I made like 6.5 units almost. Today, I went 0-3. So it can be volatile. And in soccer, you take a lot more chances. So it's nice a lot of the time because you don't lay juice. But like today, I mean, in a quick matter of seconds, I mean, a team could be tied and go down 2 goals. It's tough for sure. You look at today with dude, stop, CB Meshel, stop. Come on, dude. Don't be that guy, please. Don't be that guy.
Palace.
Don't be that guy. I told you about. No, you didn't. They scored late, and you got lucky. That's what happened. Crystal played great all game. They were up 1-0. That it was tied most of the game. Please don't be that guy, dude. I hate people like that.
By the way, big man, in the chat box, CC says St. Anthony's of Jersey City closing its school. 150 Division I players, legendary status here. Anybody grows up on the East Coast knows St. Anthony's, probably seen him play and seen him play multiple times and hears about him. It was just, it's heartbreaking news because if you know the story of it, and I know Woj was tweeting stuff out, but, I've lived in New Jersey my whole life and I've followed it, up and down. And they were just like, I don't want to say like a treat to watch, which is the wrong word, but when you got to see St. Anthony's play, especially in the parochial leagues, tournament of champions, what a class program, class, school. And it's one of those places that it's not like a private school. Like this school was shoestrung together. If you've ever been to like the Jersey City area, you would know. I mean, this school, you wouldn't even know if you passed it there. And it just, Woj, in the book that he wrote, how it actually saves lives, 100% on its truth. I mean, Hurley and his family and what they did there over the years just to keep that school open, phenomenal work. And it's a shame it's coming down to the end.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the great coaches in high school history, not only on the East Coast, but, anywhere. I mean, and look at what his kids are doing, Danny and, at Rhode Island, Arizona State, the other one. So yeah, look, that's a tough thing nowadays, but nowadays it's the acceptance stuff is hard as far as, getting kids to go there that don't play basketball, but
100 kids are still in the school. I mean, it's real low, but again, I mean, I've been to Jersey City multiple times, and if you just see what he's working with and where the school's at, and it's just amazing. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. And it's a shame to see someone like him go out like that. You think he retires at this point?
I don't know. Like, what else? Like, where would he? I mean, obviously, anybody would love to have him anywhere. But wouldn't it be like cool if one of his sons just says, "Yo, Pop, right off into the sunset, be one of my assistants, and a top assistant, come hang out, and we'll just ride off and see what's what." I would love that. I don't think he's going to take another high school job. I really don't, because when you're in that place for that long, it means that much. Do you really just pick up and go like somewhere else? And I mean, I don't see it. I think that would be the end of the road for him.
Yeah,
and the way he would want it.
Maybe his kid up in Rhode Island say, "Look, Dad, come in and like Lebatard does with his dad. Give him a little job. Player personnel control or something, and or let him recruit or something. He'll probably do great with that.
Sure, he has connections.
Right. Yeah. Bases loaded down in Houston. 1 out. So we need a ground ball double play here. George Springer up, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Donnie, a little NBA tonight.
Yes.
Obviously, a big game between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics. That one is just about over. 108-85, 2.5 to go in that one. And LeBron James, I guess, has decided to start to play in this season. Big game, and he's had a nice one. 31 points. Not 31 points. Where's he at? How many points did LeBron have, Don?
I don't know. I saw him getting off early, though, in that game. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't even know how many points yet. I'm trying to find it here. But I didn't really watch much MLB tonight. I kind of hung around with a little 36 points for LeBron, I'm sorry, in 38 minutes. So nice night from him. A very balanced night. Kevin Love, 15. Channing Frye, 10. J.R. Smith, 12. Kyrie had 19. Rich Jefferson threw in 7 off the bench. So a nice balanced night for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Nice defensive night as well. Going to keep Boston around that 90-point mark. So nice night tonight in a game that they had to have, and puts them back in first place. So are you believing in the Cleveland Cavaliers again after?
I mean, it's not about believing in it. I just think they're just bored. I mean, LeBron gets to the finals every year. He's getting to the finals again. The one thing with the playoffs, I mean, the playoffs are for old men, whereas the regular season is for the young kids. Back-to-back games, play 3-4 times in a week. What the NBA does in the playoffs is such a disadvantage to the younger athletic teams. You literally play on a Monday, and then you play again like Saturday afternoon. It's unbelievable the NBA does that, but I get it. And that plays right into LeBron and the Cleveland's hands, where they go out, they have 4 days rest, they come out, and they're going to be in the finals. Like you saw tonight when you know, as they say, shit gets real, they're going to blow the Celtics off the court again in the playoffs and waltz into the finals. It's just going to happen. Golden State, Cleveland, everybody saw it last year. The minute Durant went to Golden State, they punched their ticket, and Cleveland already had, you know, the red carpet out to walk to the finals as well. Regular season doesn't mean anything.
George Springer with a double tie game down in Houston, a choke fest from the Seattle Mariner bullpen here. They were cruising, and no surprise, the bullpen comes in and fucks it all up. So there you go. My first bullpen melt of the year that fucks me. Nice job, Seattle. Great job.
Public fade comes in again tonight, babe. We're going to keep rolling on this.
We also have some interesting developments, Donnie, up in New York. How about this? A 1-1 score. Atlanta, 2 men on, 1 out. Our buddy Adonis Garcia grounds into a double play.
I was just going to turn it on, man.
The Mets get out of it unscathed. Interesting stuff here, Donnie. The public fade on the New York Yankee under comes in again. Great call, Donnie. I tailed you on that one. Nice job. Fantastic. So I go 1-1 in NBA tonight. I went 1-1 last night. I'm going to stick to totals, I think, from here on out.
It's so easy. Again, I like that. Like, you know, I like it. The calls on that again in April. Turn the public. Forget about the games itself. Like the totals of what the public sees, who has no idea what's going on, just wants to put some money down the root on. They're unbelievable when you look at, especially in April. Bullpens are shaky. Starters are shaky. Hitters are shaky. So Joe Public out there who gets home late at night at 6:15 or 6 o'clock and says, "Oh my God, man, look at Cobb pitching and Pineda's terrible. He's a gas can on the road," and it looked terrible. 4-1 in the third inning, holds on again. We're going to do this every day. And again, I'm just going to do a slight martingale system where I'll double down with a checkpoint a little bit later on, but it's just too easy. It's almost like shooting ducks in a barrel. You just take the top game of the day each day in totals and fade
Donnie, I'm not sure you should gloat about this one. I really don't.
No, I'm not gloating about anything, but it's a simple fact. I preach it every single year. The public gets uppercutted all through April because nobody knows.
How sick is this? Tell me that this isn't sick. I mean, let's say you're sitting tonight on an over ticket with New York and Tampa Bay, which there were a lot of people on that. You score 5 runs in 2 innings.
Yep.
And the game stays under. How sick is that? That's so sick. It really is.
And the best part about it, big man, is they didn't even threaten it. Like if you had 5 runs after like 3 1/3 or whatever it was, they didn't even threaten the over. Like it wasn't like every inning was like a 6-4-3 double play with bases loaded. It's crazy.
Right. No, it was crazy. In your opinion, why is the public wrong so often? Because they don't know anything.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say like wrong that often and stuff, but just in like, general, which is why you see in Las Vegas with the Super Bowl, fade the public in the Super Bowl and you can build a mansion.
I got to tell you, dude, and the public's not just people in Las Vegas that bet on the Seahawks because they like the Seahawks. Most of Twitter, 98% are public. I mean, they don't know anything. They think they do, but they don't. They think because they read a couple books, they know what they're talking about. All you need to know about Twitter, what you should do when you go on Twitter, click on your favorite player, your favorite capper, go over to the left, and see when they joined. That's all you need to know. That's how you know who's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where we look and you say, like, when you flip through Twitter or you look around, you're like, man, nobody is on. Let's just say, case in point tonight, Yankees and the Rays, 4-1 final. Nobody, like, I love the Yankees over, Yankees over, Yankees over, Yankees over. You sort of feel a little bit better about your play because when you see everybody line up, I'm even talking about when great cappers all line up. You got to watch out on that. Just one of those things when you watch cap and it makes it interesting on that end of it.
Another nice day for my friend Diner Mafia in soccer. He had the nice soccer day today. Some good calls on Leverkusen and Southampton. He went 3-1. I've said it before, one of the best in the game in soccer, and he's been constant all year. Greg's a good friend of mine, and I've known him for a long time. So I know a lot of you guys have taken advantage of his plays. He's really done a great job. Donnie, let's kind of go off the beaten path because I feel like if we wait for the Pirates or Red Sox to score, it'll be 1 or 2 a.m. Let's touch.
Is that live right there? Or was that earlier?
Say that again.
Was that earlier? Or somebody just got thrown out the plate?
Yeah, that was.
I'm just watching. That was earlier. And by the way, before we get to that, Jeff, break up the presses here. Los Angeles Lakers at the San Antonio Spurs, up 14 with 4 minutes to go in that game. The Lakers.
Wow. Yeah.
I wonder if anybody had any money line parlays that tied in San Antonio.
The Spurs are a big public side tonight. How about that? Yeah, the Lakers holding the Spurs to 82 points at 3:49 to go. Yeah. How about that? Jeff, headed to the Nike Hoop Summit this weekend. I know you're on that kind of stuff. I'll definitely give you insight. Love your guys' content. Where do you live, Ash? Where's
the Hoop Summit at Big
Portland? The Jordan Brand Classics next week, which I'm
going
to. Yeah, no, Barclays. I also have D'Onofrio next week as well, which is a local tournament around here. I'll be checking out some of the Philadelphia's finest at D'Onofrio over in Conshohocken, Donnie. Bob Saunders, loving your streams, love fondling my balls.
Good See you, Bob.
See you, Bob. Take it easy. I hope the Suns come through tonight. Well, you might as well give up on that. I'm on the West Coast. Yeah, I thought you were. Good luck, man. That'll be fun. I know Michael Porter, I saw him tweeting about that, and Quad A's on his way out there as well. So that should be fun, man. You'll enjoy yourself. Donnie, let's talk a little bit of some other things tonight. I do want to mention some of the things that we're going to do on the rest of the show here. Obviously, we'll do Bath of the Big Man at the end. But before we do that, we're going to rank our top 5, Donnie, sexiest sports reporters or analysts.
Yes, I got 5. I got my 5. I got my list. 5 and a bonus oldie but goodie.
I actually have an oldie but goodie as well.
Yeah, there we go.
Actually, I have 2 oldie but goodies, and I'm going to explain why. We also have, some other things. And one thing I did want to get into, did you hear about this Florida baseball team, what they did?
No, go ahead. Give it to me.
So I guess, obviously the baseball season is fairly monotonous in college baseball.
Yeah.
They were playing Stetson the other day, the Hatters. Okay. Stetson's up 10-1 in the top of the 5th inning. Little rain delay action. So they wait a little bit and decide that the rain's really heavy, so they're going to postpone the game and just kind of suspend it at that point. So basically, Stetson reaches out to Florida and says, hey, when do you want to reschedule it? What do you think Florida does? We don't want to reschedule it. We'll just let it go. In college baseball, the game has to go 5 innings for it to count, so it doesn't count now. So
what inning was it again?
It was the top of the 5th. So it has to go 5 innings.
Like a third of an out?
Yeah. So basically, Florida can say, well, let's just act like it never happened. And the Stetson coach was up in arms about it, saying, well, if that's the kind of team they are, blah, 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 we know what really happened, and now it doesn't count for Florida and it doesn't look bad on their resume this year.
Jesus.
How about that?
10-1. That was kind of surprising to see the game 10-1 Stetson anyway. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, again, it could have just been one of those. From what I understand, Stetson was just murdering the ball. So, but how about that? What a scummy move by that coach. I mean, it's not like, you can't give the team a bone. I mean, at least forfeit. You weren't going to win the game. But tough,
any good MLB over-unders for tomorrow? I haven't taken a look really yet tomorrow. I'll have it by 5 o'clock. We'll put out another nice public fade, see if we can cash in on that too, though.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun.
No, exactly. I mean, there's always going to be options.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll find them. Little update here. Bottom of the 11th, I think it is. I can't even see. 3-1.
Breathing the smoke up there in Boston too, man.
That's Pablo Sandoval. He's he's going to breathe. Yeah, I'm not talking golf. Sorry.
Come on, God. Who's up tomorrow with me early? Get a little Masters action. How about today, Jeff? The par 3 competition canceled for like the first time ever today. People paying over $1,500 for tickets with no refunds. Well, let me tell you something. If you paid $1,500 to go see the par 3 contest, which I don't know if golf fans out there, the par 3 contest isn't even the actual golf course. It's a separate 9-hole whatever course on the side of it. So what are you actually going for? Because you want to watch the players play this tiny ass chip and putt course, and you paid $1,500 for it? Goodness.
Portnoy went to it. I know he was whining about it on Twitter earlier about he was doing the pizza review, and I guess they're down there. Show. How hot was she, dude?
She got for.
Dude, he lives the life, dude. He's divorced now. You know that, right?
No, that's probably why he's down there.
Yeah, he's loving life, dude. He was whining all day today on Barstool about that.
Yeah, $1,500, man. I do get a kick out of the prices at the Masters where you can go and get a turkey sandwich for $2 and a beer for a couple bucks too, which is crazy. But then again, you probably paid $2,000 to get in just to watch a round anyway. So
an update in the NBA: Lakers win. How about that? Who would have thought that?
They're so far behind the Sixers.
Let's go to Twitter and see how many Lakers tickets we see. I'm sure they'll
No. How many? Or first of all, how many are you going to show that say they actually lost that game? It's going to be.
What's the over under that there's more than 5 people? Would you go over or under that there's more than 5 people on Twitter that have the Lakers tonight?
Yes, but let's go over under the 5 that claim they had Lakers money line tonight.
Oh yeah, and who are they? Who are the ones? Can we name them? One other thing, Donnie, interesting news as far as Atlantic City is concerned, our city by the beach here.
I know
we love so much, City by the Sea, which I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to make a massive announcement right now. Donnie, in 10 years or less, Atlantic City will be the gambling destination in this country. Mark my words. Atlantic City's coming back. They're coming back. And I'm going to tell you why. What's one thing Las Vegas doesn't have that we have here?
The beach.
And the ocean and the boardwalk and the gateway destination. We're near everybody. Boston, New York, Baltimore, Philly, the Tidewater region, DMV. They can all get to Atlantic City in 2 hours or less. Why the fuck would I want to go to a desert? It's coming. And I'm going to tell you right now, Carl Icahn buying Trump Taj Mahal is the first step. Putting $380 million, Donnie, into the Trump Taj Mahal, making it the Hard Rock Casino. How about that?
There's the one thing that it signals, which better, these like Carl Icahn, the big real estate investment guys, the big debt guys know what's going on. They back channel this stuff. Sure. There's no way in the world, if they don't think sports gambling or a reinvigoration of Atlantic City is coming, where they're going to reinvest in a massive casino and do it an open one as opposed to their closing.
You think
the tide is turning?
You think Icahn knows anything about that little ruling here in a couple months for New Jersey and sports betting?
Exactly.
You look at the Regatta, beautiful hotel, Harrah's, awesome. Trop has done some major renovations. It's coming back, and I'm trying to get my dad, Donnie, we're looking at some places. We have some. How
did you have that one? That's really the plot of I know. As soon as you sent it, we know Atlantic City like the back of our hand. I looked at just in the background. I go, I know exactly where that's at. That's amazing,
dude.
I'm that price.
My dad and I are looking at. I sent it over to him today. My dad and I are looking at. Because my dad's a builder, so he buys up stuff. We were looking at foreclosed condos down there that up near the Revel that they built in hopes that it would be a hipster paradise or whatever, yuppie paradise. I mean, they're going for 150,000 on the ocean. I mean, the one I sent you today, that plot of land right on the bay, right by the Borgata, $5K for the piece of land.
Yeah, a lot of those were Section 8 housing right along that. I don't know if it's Martin Luther King. I can't remember what road is outside the Gardener's Basin there, but they actually did it really nice. Tore down the old like decrepit row homes and stuff like that, and they put some really nice ones in. So again, if they can just get it back, if anybody reads the news, I mean, Atlantic City is a bankrupt city right now. Because instead, like, same way any person or any business would do, if you have 12 casinos, they're all raking in gold. That goes to 11, 10, 9, 8, and 7, whatever it is now. That's shrinking revenue, and you still have that same bloated payroll and all that stuff. It's going to catch up to you when literally they can just turn the lights back on with sports gambling, and it would reverse itself. I still have no idea how it's not ready yet. And the crime of it all, big man, is when you were just a kid back in, I believe it was like 92, 93, when the federal government said, New Jersey, get your act together. You got 6 months to approve and ratify sports gambling, and it's yours. Some back channels go on where some congressman got 50 grand, 100 grand, 200 grand from local mafia, local bookmakers, just to say no on that, which was the most ludicrous thing they could have ever done, because they would have had a monopoly in Las Vegas.
And that's the thing about sports betting in New Jersey. It doesn't matter, because the degenerate better in South Philadelphia on 11th and Shunk that wants to bet on sports isn't driving down to New Jersey to make a bet on baseball on a Tuesday afternoon in July. He's going to go to the bookmaker, and it's not going to change anything. But for people like me and you, who this is what we do, it's a lifestyle change. Somebody's talking here about I'm a lawyer. New Jersey court rulings are relevant. PASPA's going away. We all know it.
PASPA's going to go away because they're going to bow down to the NFL. Once the NFL and like all the cord cutters, which is the best thing ever, is the millennials who are cord cutting and dropping ESPN left and right. What's going to take place in a couple of years when the NBA has to re-up their contract and ESPN tells them, look, we're literally down 2 million viewers on your sport alone. Instead of paying you $2 billion, we can only give you $1 billion. So you know what the NBA goes? How can we get another revenue stream in here? Oh yeah, let's get sports gambling. The same exact thing with the NFL. Do you think the NFL 5 or 10 years ago, Jeff, is going to Las Vegas? We hate Las Vegas. You can't even appear in Las Vegas. Nobody's allowed to go to Las Vegas. Now you have a team in Las Vegas, and there's no more moral high ground. You can't say anything about, hey, we don't like gambling. You have one of your flagship programs right in the middle of Las Vegas. It's coming.
I'm waiting on it. And as far as some of the comments here about gambling being legalized or casinos up and down the East Coast, nothing like the Jersey Shore for me, though. So,
it's also
at the end of the day, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to put a casino in the Hamptons. They're not going to put a casino on Nantucket. They're not going to put a casino in Cape Cod. You got to understand, there are places that casinos go, and that's about it. They're not going to put a casino, in any of these ritzy Myrtle Beach.
Zoning won't allow it. You're right. You're right.
I mean, there's going to be a casino in Miami, maybe, and Atlantic City, New Jersey. Sorry, and again,
there'll be offshore spots like off-track betting. They'll have separate parlors, but a destination where you can actually make it. Like, I mean, again, I'm almost 40 years old. I've been going to Atlantic City, obviously, since I was 21, legally able to gamble and get in there. It's a special place. I mean, if you haven't been there, I mean, you might drive through now and be like, what a dump, what a dump, what a dump. But roll through there, in the early 2000s, before all these other gaming, communities came in Pennsylvania and New York. It was the place to be. The restaurants are great. The clubs are great. The drinking's great. The atmosphere was great. You have the beach, the sun, the sand. It's all there, and it's still there to be had.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing better to me. I could live anywhere in the world. I would live on the Jersey Shore. It's just, that's how it is. But let's move on. Obviously, we can dream
a little gambling talk. I like it.
We can fantasize it. What do we have here going on in Red Sox Pirates? Little dink and dunk here by the Pirates. 1 out. What's going on here? I thought someone was on base.
No, I think somebody just made a nice play. 2 outs now.
Somebody asked about the hookers.
Game's going to go all night in the freezing cold.
Someone asked about the hookers in Atlantic City. I think it was Vic Simon. There aren't many anymore. They've done a nice job, I think, in Atlantic City of clearing them out. Pacific Avenue used to be a fucking haven. You see hookers everywhere. They're if you drive up Pacific Avenue towards like Revel and
sure.
Showboat and all those places, they're definitely there.
That's why the little motels are still there across the street from the casinos. Ain't no brainer why they're still there.
Yeah, I don't think if you look, you'll find them. There's plenty of bad people still in Atlantic City, but it's still a great place to go as far as I'm concerned. Do you know anything about all the SBR affiliated cats that got indicted a while back? No.
Who's that?
Yeah, I don't. I guess someone that posts. I don't know. As baby boomers age, government will need new revenue. So.
It's coming. Gambling's coming and I still don't, Jeff. I mean, forget Atlantic City. I still don't understand why, like the government, and I guess with like the drug trade where they really don't want to stop it because if they stop it, cops will be out of business, prosecutors will be out of business, judges on benches will be out of business. I guess it's the same thing with gambling where they say, hey, if we get rid of gambling, we can't, hire 150 cops on this task force in New Jersey to keep up with it. I don't know. I really don't have an honest solution to that. If I can gamble on blackjack, on craps, on horses, on dogs, and I can't gamble on sports.
Yeah, no, I agree. I also think prostitution be legalized. I don't know why we're still behind the 8 ball on that. I mean, but that's another listen, Dode tomorrow, whatever your name is. I think it's clear we like Atlantic City. Sorry, you don't. We think it's going to be a great place, and unless you're here, you don't really ever know. People knock the Jersey Shore from what they see on TV, but for me, I would much rather go to Atlantic City than Las Vegas. I could give a flying fuck about Las Vegas. I don't want to go.
Vegas is nice though, Jeff. You would like Vegas.
Wait, so you can't gamble on sports in a city? No.
You can in Philadelphia.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what your question there is.
There's plenty of outlets over there, man.
Atlantic City will never compete with Vegas for nightlife. Well, I mean, we had Boardwalk Hall, which had plenty of fights for a long time.
Yeah, if you remember, I mean, the fight capital of the world was Atlantic City. We had Tyson. Tyson's fights were all there for a while.
Mm-hmm. But
I mean, it'll take some time to get back. But if you've ever, I mean, it's got a beautiful boardwalk. If it just, the casinos again get reinvigorated, it's going to be great again. Piers, I mean, it has everything you want to offer if they can just keep that city lit again. That's all. Big man,
I didn't know you were a stoolie. Viva. Amen, Chris. Donnie, you're a stoolie, aren't you?
Sort of.
You like it.
Yeah.
Let's get into our top 5 favorite.
Yeah, I have 5, not in the same order, but anybody on the chat box, you're going to like this as well. We didn't post any of this stuff on Twitter or anything like that, but tonight, we're going to go over, me and Jeff picked out 5. And again, I guess we didn't even talk about it, but we do have some like bonus oldie but hotties still on this list. But I have 5 of them. I didn't, so to speak, Jeff, stick to actual sideline reporting.
No, it's anything like analysts, commentators, whatever. I'll go through my 5 and then we'll hear yours. Now, I actually stuck to ESPN.
We'll go one by one. We'll go one by one. Okay. I'll go one, you go one.
I'll go, and I'll rank mine. I have mine ranked, actually. For me, number 1, Maria Taylor. I mean, I'm a fan of the black women, as we all know. I like the ebony, and there's something about her. Maybe it's just because I'm not into tall women either, and I really don't like that totally athletic body. I like a little curve to her, but there's something really sexy about her, like the way she is and her personality, and I think she's sexy as hell. So for me, Maria Taylor is number 1.
I have 5. I have my 5 are all just about all in the same category. So you'll understand once I start getting down. I'll start with one a little bit lower on the list, and that would be one Sam Ponder.
Yeah, I think she's so overrated, way overrated. She looks like a girl. I feel like I could get her anywhere. Like,
yeah, that's you want the girl next door.
She's married to Christian Ponder. I mean, how hot could she be, really?
He gets. Kristen Ponder used to date who was it? Casey McDonald.
Oh, she did. That's right. Good call. I guess he's a nice guy, right?
Yeah, he went with her over her, so she must be doing something right, big man.
Sure. Number 2, listen, I know she gets a bad rap because of her little incident with that tow truck company, but there's something about Britt McHenry that just
I'm so glad
there's something hot about her as far as like does she not look like she'd be the most crazy chick in bed?
Yes. Oh man,
I feel like she would just suck dick for like hours. Like,
dude, the way you said that too is exactly like I was waiting to see if you would go down that path because the video where it's just like if you're having a couple beers, she had too much vodka or something like that. Yeah. Like if you crossed her over, did something wrong, like she would lay into you like with a foul mouth. I was like, you know what? I can respect that. So for that little borderline like trashiness, yes, I hear you.
Zach says he agrees on Sam Piner. Look, I'm not going to say she's not hot. I would kick her out of bed and put it that way, but I don't know. I just think she's kind of overrated. But as far as Britt McHenry, I mean, I follow her on Instagram, and I almost like look forward to her. Like, she's so hot. Like, and she's just like freaky. It seems
and
like,
she's flawed mentally, which is even better.
Like, I feel like I'd see her at like, she'd be the girl in a sorority group that would just like be totally wild, and like she doesn't give a fuck either. Like, she's like, fuck, let me fuck.
Yes, if you went up and hit on her and she just didn't like you, she would just tell you to F off.
And not for nothing, I mean, her savage came out in that video, but let's be real. I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't like as far as words wise abused someone before. So I mean, it was definitely mean for sure, but she's in the public eye. It is what it is. But yeah,
we all been there at the tow places though. Number one, you always feel like you got slighted because your car got towed, and number two, when you go down there, especially in Philadelphia, they don't give a shit about you. Like they don't give a damn if you don't even have like one misspelled word or something on your license has your middle name, your middle initial, and your like registration doesn't. They'll tell you to pick it up tomorrow, and you have even another surcharge. Oh, I could see her point of view on that because they don't give a damn about you. Like you just picked my car up 15 minutes ago, and I got to pay you $300.
I'll tell you what, I could write a book on my inner dealings with the Philadelphia Parking Authority and the Lancaster Parking Authority, where I'm at now. You know where I live now, Don? What they do?
No.
If you get an accumulated amount of tickets, you know what they do? They come to your house and pick you up and take you into the police department.
Jesus. And they don't even boot you over there. They just take you in?
No, they just take me in. One night one morning I woke up. It's like 6:30 in the morning. I hear the cop knock on the door, and I knew it was a cop. I could tell by the knock. I go right to my window and go, fuck. I look outside. I see a fucking big van, black van. I'm like, I guess the FBI.
Were they rounding people up too? Like there's a couple of people already in there?
No, let me tell you. So I see the cop. I knew it's a cop right away. I'm like, fuck me. Like, so I knock. I go to the door. I open it, and it's one of the constables, like a sheriff.
Yeah.
And I knew him because he came into the bank that I worked at the time, and he's like, "They do, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You got to come with us." He's like, "You got to come in." I'm like, "Come on, man. Like, I can't just pay him here." Like, he's like, "No, we got to come in." So, yeah, it was brutal, man. Yeah, they don't fuck around out here. They just boot you, or they don't boot you. They just take you in.
Yep. Next, big man. Who's next on your list over there?
You're next. You're number 2.
Yeah, I had Britt McHenry on the list.
Oh yeah, that night, dude. When I got pinched that day, I came home and did the show that day. I remember.
Nice.
I remember I talked about it. So you have Britt McHenry number 2? I
do.
All right, I'll go 3.
No, not number 2 hot, but just number 2 on there. By the way, I think I missed somebody on there too, because somebody's saying something on the chat box there, which I actually don't know her name. I'm going to she's going to get definitely an ad from me in a couple seconds here.
I'll go 3, Molly Queerum.
I knew you'd like that.
First Take. That's literally like the grade A girl I go for. Like dark hair, exotic. Looks like she's from like Egypt.
Yeah, Dan's on to something over there from me.
Dan
on the chat box.
Oh,
Heidi Watney girl. Jesus Christ.
I don't even know what she looks like. I gotta kind of remember her. Ooh.
Bad ad. Like it almost looks like she has an angry smirk on her face the entire damn show, and with a fire body.
I'll tell you what, dude. You can't get many ugly Heidis like Heidi Klum, Heidi Watney. Like
you got to come with it, and use your blonde hair most of the times. Heidi.
Yeah. Katie Nolan's.
There he goes. That's why Zach would like that. He's in that business. Zach, reach out, maybe hire.
He was on Barstool with Big Cat and them a while ago, and yeah, she's definitely hot. Yeah, Jalen Rose is fucking Molly Queerum. Did you know that?
Yes, I did see that. Yes.
Good for him, right? 2 more.
Yeah, go ahead.
2 more. I'll go Lisa Kearney. Do you know her?
Lisa Kearney.
She's on Sports Center. She does a lot of she's
yes.
The
football player's wife, the blonde girl.
She's kind of like a little older looking.
Yes.
But
just had twins too a little while ago.
She's got that really like milfy look to her.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's weirdly hot. I don't know.
Yeah, my next one up there, they're all getting it on the chat board. She's actually probably number one is Christine Leahy from The Herd. Just smoke show, man.
Yeah.
You watch The Herd at all?
Oh yeah. No, I'm a Cowherd guy. I definitely like him. Yeah, she's definitely hot. I don't know why it is. I just stuck with ESPN, but my last one, Carrie Champion, man. She's hot, dude. She's 40 years old, dude.
Is she really 40? Wow, how about that?
Come on, man. Like, are you kidding me?
Oldie but goodie for me. I actually have two of them. I don't see this girl around that much. I'll save the older one for a little bit later. Jen Brown from ESPN. Smoking body. Little big on the forehead, but smoking. She came out right around the Erin Andrew days, but I haven't seen her do much since then. I don't know.
Wait, I'm trying to think who that is.
Jen Brown, blonde hair, killer body. If you Google her, you'll find pictures of her in like bathing suits and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Carrie Champion is dope, I think. I don't know how people don't find her attractive, honestly. I'm gonna give you a really off the wall one, dude. But her cleavage is normally very good. Just gonna say this. And if you Google image her, you'll see why.
Yeah.
You'll see what I'm talking about. Just give me a minute here. And tell me she doesn't look like the mom of one of your friends when you were younger that you wanted to bang because she was hot in a weird way. Just give me a second.
Who you got?
Dana Jacobson.
Really? She got fired for saying what? Fuck Jesus?
Tell me her cleavage isn't ridiculous, though. Seriously. And tell me she isn't hot in a weird way.
I don't know. She don't do it for me.
Her cleavage is ridiculous, bro. Are you kidding? I think.
You got to get somebody on the chat box to back you up. Yeah, another one I like too is
you gotta think
same
about
look of mine, Carissa Thompson. I get like those almost all five of those, but the oldie but goodie. Now I don't even know, Jeff. Again, this is about maybe a decade ago, maybe even more than that. Do you remember the show with Chris Rose, Best Damn Sports Show period? I think it was.
Vaguely.
Leanne Tweeden used to be on that show, and she was
fire.
Yeah,
Leanne Tweeden. She did Poker After Dark for a while. Yeah, she's hot. Yeah. Tracy Wolfson's pretty hot from the CBS. Like in a weird, like kind of an older way. She did the Final Four. Rachel Nichols has got progressively hotter also. She had some work done, clearly. If you look. Sage Steele, definitely hot.
Sage Steele gone from ESPN.
Yeah, Wolfson is a total MILF. That's a great point. What happened to her?
Got let go.
Oh, for cutbacks?
Yeah, she was part of it.
That sucks.
Yeah, Molly McGrath, good one, Joe. I like that. Okay.
Too bad. I always love Meredith Marakovitz, man. She's always
back. She's still with the Yankees now, or she have like 19 kids now?
She's with the Yankees still.
Yes, Network. Yeah, I used to always see her on this. She used to be. Do you remember Jeff in the city?
She's
WIP. Right when ESPN came over to try to challenge WIP, they had that morning show. I think it was like Foley, some other person. She was the third person in there.
Really?
Yeah, she was the. She was in studio. Like they have like Maureen now. I don't get to listen that much to the morning show anymore with Anthony, but that girl Maureen, she did the same job. But Meredith, that was her first job with. And then she went to the Sixers, and
I never remember that, dude. Honestly, I don't.
Jen Sturger back in the day. Jen Sturger with the Cowgirls down at FSU, man. That's where she got famous.
I always remember Meredith doing Sixers beat work. That was her thing. Growing up, I remember Dee Lynam was my girl.
Dee's getting a little bit long in the tooth.
She's older now, but But yeah, great participation, guys here.
Yeah, I like that. The women.
Michelle Beadle's too annoying for me. Like she's definitely hot if she doesn't talk. She's just annoying. She's always trying to be funny. Like I don't know.
Yeah, who did she date back? She used to date Matthew Barnaby and then stop once he kept getting like DUIs with ESPN.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Nick Cannon knocked up one of the Royal Flush girls from WPT Poker Show after Mariah or before Mariah? I'm guessing after.
Dude, I don't know if you saw it, but you know how he does that show Wild and Out?
Yes.
On MTV.
Is that still going on? That thing's I remember that a long time ago.
I catch it once in a while. It's just kind of funny. I don't know if you know who Kay Michelle is. She's a singer. She sunned him the other day on that, like about Mariah Carey. She sunned him. Michelle Beadle would be nothing if Callan Coward hadn't made her. That's a good point. He definitely made her. Donnie, let's get into Baffle Me, and then we'll wrap everything up here.
We go to
Not now, bro.
hashtag tonight.
On. Cutting out, man.
Questions here.
Yo. Don, you there?
Yeah. Let me. You know what's funny about that, Jeff? I apologize for that. My computer screensaver came on since we were on over the hour, and it goes off.
Oh,
so we're back now. All right, let's get back to it here.
What the hell happened?
LNOC for us tonight. Let's see. In the movie Love and Basketball, what college did Q and Monica play for?
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies, man. Who sent that question in?
That's CC, man. CC Fitness.
Great question, dude. Great question. I actually just watched that movie the other day, and I will admit, when I cry in movies, I always cry when I watch Love and Basketball. Just saying. They went to USC together. And as far as where they played, he played for the Lakers or the Clippers, one of those two. And she played for the Sparks.
About that. Was that Sanaa Lathan or
yes,
who's the girl?
Yes,
there you go.
Sanaa Lathan, yeah. And Omar Epps. If you haven't seen that, great movie. Really.
It says after college, what NBA team and WNBA team did each play for?
Yeah, the Sparks and I think he played for the Lakers, the kid.
Gotcha. Let's go over another one here from CC. In what country do the two major tributaries of the Nile River merge?
The tributaries of the Nile River merge. Look at Kevin White's question, Don.
Let me see what we got here. Kevin White, what do we got? Oh.
The fuck would I know? Let me think here. The Nile River would be shit. That's a great question.
Ooh, somebody's cheating on that chat box out there, unless they're smarter than us.
Yeah, no, Sudan is one of them. I don't know the other one though.
And that's it on the questions tonight, big man.
Really?
Yeah. CC sweeps the board.
That's it?
We're gonna start promoting that again.
There's not more?
That's it. That's all I have right there.
Really?
I got blocked people on there. Good. If you go on Twitter, go hashtag LNOC right now. Hashtag LNOC. Jeff, you really think this girl is the bomb? There's a picture up there from my good buddy Chris Barr.
That's a Photoshop picture.
Yes, it is. You can tell by the background. That's pretty funny, though. That's Danny Jacobson right there, baby.
You can tell it's like blown up, dude. No, you got some on here, dude. Don.
That's what I see on there.
There's some down here. Junior.
Let me see here. Hold on.
Huh. Yeah, that's Photoshopped. That's pretty funny, though, that he found that picture.
That is good. I don't see anything else. I don't have anything else on here.
Yeah, there's a couple junior captains.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, my bad. I didn't slide it down. I'm stupid. Hold on. Capitals of these countries. Number 1, Nepal.
Kathmandu.
Number 2, Afghanistan.
Come on, man. Kabul.
Number 3, Poland.
Look at Boston.
Oh, massy celebrations.
Warsaw.
Norway.
Oslo.
Hashtag LNOC. How many federal prisons are there?
Look who it was. Your boy Bastardo, that little fuck.
Home run?
No, he gave it up.
Oh, 3-0. It was a 3-run bomb.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Good old Pirates can't score any runs.
How many federal prisons are there in Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania combined? And what are their names? I did time in one. Wait, somebody on this chat box. Who was the one on the chat box that did some time? Anybody else on here did some time?
I don't know. That
Was
guy.
it Joe? Joe Watson, was it? Is he in here tonight?
Oh yeah, Joe. Yeah,
Joe Watson, man.
he was an SCI though. He was in state correct.
Gotcha. Go ahead, try to name
federal prisons. What states?
PA, Delaware, and New Jersey.
So there's none in Delaware. New Jersey, there's 2, Ferreton and Fort Dix. PA, there's a lot. Let me think about this. You said name them?
Yeah, name them.
Allenwood, Lewisburg, FDC Philadelphia, FDC Pittsburgh, FDC. Yeah, I got the Philly, Pittsburgh, Loretto, Mahanan, Minersville, which is Schuylkill, McKean, and Cannon. I think that's all.
I don't know. I didn't see them, so I didn't even get to.
I'm obsessed with Prison Life, so I know them all.
By the way, good thing on the chat box. By the way, everybody, Kevin White of the Chicago Bears is chiming in. Hashtag LNOC. Jim Nantz carries a picture of what in his wallet all the time?
No idea.
Is it a picture of somebody? I thought somebody might have asked that question the other night.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that. It was in the news lately. I'm about to look that up.
And a famous rap lyric should help you out with this one, Jeff. Hashtag LNOC. I'm just going to add that in there. What number did Jordan have other than 23? Jay-Z wants to put this in a famous rap. There you go.
45.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag LNOC. What do Raymond Felton, JJ Barea, and Deron Williams have in common other than they're old as hell, I guess?
They're all guards.
Yeah. I don't know. Who's the all-time leading passer in the SEC? I'm assuming it probably is it Aaron Murray? I was assuming it probably got broken after Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I think it's Aaron Murray. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, let's go with some baseball games here.
What does Raymond Felton Brand and Darren Williams have in common? What is
I don't know. Just old
They're
as
all
hell.
guards.
I don't even know.
Dude, baseball's doing me dirty, bro.
Oh, I already got it in my pocket tonight. You can relax.
Good. I need Seattle, man. Come on, bro. All right, guys, we're gonna go.
We'll wrap this bad boy up.
Good participation tonight. Always fun, and we have fun on here, guys. It's not if we argue, it's all in good fun, right?
Same thing with the chat box. You can yell at them all you want out there, big man.
Yeah. An historical athlete who would still be elite in today's league, says Zach. I guess that's a comment. I mean, I don't think Will Chamberlain would be stopped, probably. Right?
They all share the same birthday, big man.
Who?
Those 3 players, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay. But Zach's asking historical athlete that would be elite in today's leagues. I would say Will Chamberlain. I mean,
Will's probably transcends in there, right? One would think.
The guy averaged like 40 points a game. So
I'm going George Mikan.
Pete Maravich.
Actually, that's a very good one, Jeff. Pete Maravich probably would dominate in the NBA today in a nice open floor game. Yep, you're right.
Again, I made it clear. Dana Jacobson, it was only the rack that I was looking at. That's all. I made that perfect.
You're going to catch hell from Twitter. By the way, folks, again, tonight on the Late Night of Campus, once again, check out at SBR Sports Pick, SBRodds.com, and still our friends at uwager.eu. Check them out as well. Again, nice light night. Jeff, on for over an hour. I mean, if we had to do it, I guess if they said, mandatory, you had to do the show for 4-hour blocks, we could probably do it.
I could probably do this till like 2 or 3 in the morning, honestly. One other good point. Any band you wish would get back together and tour, yes, but you're going to have to search for this one. I want Rockefeller Records. I want them all to get back together. Beanie Siegel, Freeway, Jay-Z, Cameron, the Diplomats, all of them. I grew up on that shit.
Can Wu-Tang get it together one more time? I guess technically you can't with Old Dirty Bastard, I guess so.
No. Yeah, because he's gone. I guess they could do a little,
Get the band back together. Can we get all 6 members of New Edition back together, Jeff? Can we make it happen?
I'll say the RZA, like Ghostface Killer and Redman and Method Man.
They still the Ghostface and who's the other guy? Ghostface. They still do their tours for why can't remember the album now. It's blowing my come on, somebody help me out with that. Ghostface album with come on, 1995. It came out. It was purple. The tape.
I don't remember it, dude. Honestly, I don't even remember. CC would know. He's a big rap guy. Fish Scale?
No.
Are you talking about Ghostface or Wu-Tang?
I'm talking about the two of them collaborating on one of their albums here. I can't remember what it was called.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'll have to come up with it later.
Figure it out tomorrow. Guys, send in your late night on campus questions. You can find that. All you have to do is hashtag LNOC. Donnie will find it.
Only built for Cuban links. I'm sorry.
Okay. You can send those in. We'll have fun with them tomorrow night. Actually, I don't even know if we're on tomorrow night.
Zach, no, we're off tomorrow. But late night, Jeff. You want to meet me in Atlantic City tonight? Let's go.
Zach, are we on the air tomorrow at all?
No, we are off. This is off.
Well, I heard we might be on, so take it easy. We'll see. We might be on. We might not. I guess the public will tell us if they want us on or not. But I think we should be on. Either way, I won't. It won't bother me either way. I'll be here or there nonetheless. Everyone have a great night. I need the Mariners to finish this. And
root big man on for the Mariners. Once again, folks, check out at SBR Sports Picks, SBRodds.com, powered by uwager.eu. We'll catch you later.